Whispers from Pyongyang, a new front for North Korea? Rumors are swirling in international circles, suggesting a potential shift in the geopolitical landscape. North Korea, the reclusive state led by Kim Jong-un, is reportedly considering sending troops to bolster Russia's war effort in Ukraine. While details remain shrouded in secrecy, the mere possibility of North Korean involvement sends ripples of uncertainty across the globe. This potential move, if confirmed, would be a bold maneuver by Pyongyang and could have significant ramifications for the ongoing conflict and beyond. Such an action would mark a significant escalation of North Korea's involvement in the conflict, moving beyond the alleged supply of arms and ammunition. It would thrust the isolated nation into the heart of a major international conflict, potentially jeopardizing its already tenuous relationship with the West. The international community watches with bated breath, waiting to see if Pyongyang will indeed take this unprecedented step. The potential deployment of North Korean troops to Ukraine is not merely a regional concern. It speaks to a larger trend, the shifting sands of global power. The world is witnessing a move away from a Eurocentric order towards a more multipolar system, with Asia, particularly the Indo-Pacific region, emerging as a new center of gravity. This shift is driven by a confluence of factors, including the rise of China as an economic and military powerhouse, the resurgence of Russia as a major geopolitical player, and the relative decline of Western influence. Understanding this changing dynamic is crucial for navigating the complexities of the 21st century and for anticipating the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. Echoes of the Cold War: East Asia's tumultuous past. To understand the present, one must often look to the past. The Cold War cast a long shadow over East Asia, shaping its political landscape and leaving an indelible mark on the region's psyche. The Korean War, a proxy conflict between the United States and the Soviet Union, exemplified the ideological battles of the era, dividing the peninsula and setting the stage for decades of tension. The Vietnam War, another proxy conflict, further inflamed the region, highlighting the devastating consequences of Cold War rivalries. These conflicts, while geographically distant from Europe, were intrinsically linked to the global balance of power. They served as stark reminders of the interconnectedness of global security and the high stakes involved in superpower competition. The legacy of the Cold War continues to resonate in East Asia, albeit in different forms. The Korean Peninsula remains divided, a stark reminder of the unresolved tensions of the past. China's rise as a regional power has raised concerns among its neighbors, particularly those who remember its historical dominance. The South China Sea dispute, with its overlapping territorial claims and displays of military might, is a contemporary manifestation of these historical anxieties. The ghosts of the Cold War, it seems, have yet to be fully exorcised from East Asia. The Pacific Century, a new arena for global power. While the echoes of the Cold War linger, a new era is dawning. The 21st century is widely seen as the Pacific Century, a time when the Asia-Pacific region will take center stage in global affairs. This shift is driven by a confluence of factors, most notably the region's economic dynamism. Home to some of the world's fastest-growing economies, the Asia-Pacific region is a powerhouse of innovation, trade, and investment. China in particular has emerged as a global economic titan, challenging the United States for economic supremacy. This economic clout translates into geopolitical influence, giving Asia-Pacific nations a greater say in shaping the global order. But the shift to the Pacific is not merely economic, it is also military. China's military modernization program, coupled with its assertive stance in the South China Sea, has alarmed its neighbors and raised concerns in Washington. The United States, for its part, has responded by pivoting its strategic focus towards the Asia-Pacific, deploying more military assets to the region and strengthening alliances with regional partners. This military buildup, while intended to deter conflict, also highlights the growing strategic importance of the region and the potential for friction as major powers jostle for position. From the DMZ to Donbass, unpacking North Korea's potential deployment. North Korea's potential involvement in Ukraine, thousands of miles from its own borders, might seem like an anomaly. However, when viewed through the lens of this global power shift, it becomes a fascinating case study. For Kim Jong-un, the decision to potentially send troops could be driven by a desire to curry favor with Moscow, securing much-needed economic and military aid. It could also be a calculated move to enhance his own standing, projecting an image of North Korea as a player on the world stage. Whatever the motivation, the potential deployment highlights Pyongyang's willingness to exploit global fault lines for its own strategic advantage. Furthermore, North Korea's potential involvement injects another layer of complexity into an already volatile situation. It raises the specter of a protracted conflict, with external actors becoming further embroiled. It also underscores the interconnectedness of global security, demonstrating how events in one part of the world can quickly reverberate across the globe. The international community must grapple with the implications of this potential development, seeking to de-escalate tensions and prevent a further widening of the conflict.